Hey guys, welcome back to Dad's Garage. Today I wanted to take a little bit of time and just kind of show you how I do just wiring for accessories, lights, winches, radios, all that stuff. I got a few projects coming up with the RZR and then a couple things I got to do in my truck that are going to require wiring, so I just thought I'd take a minute and share with you how I do it and show you what's out there and what's available. Some folks may not know some of the new things they have that make wiring a whole lot easier. Let's get started. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. With the RZR, they sell these connectors on Amazon. You get 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. They're about $2-3 a piece, and these connect right into the bus bar. It comes pre-wired with a ground, and then you have a hot you can run off of your ignition switch. I'm not planning on using that for probably anything, so I just folded it back against itself so it doesn't short out somehow. You get these switches on Amazon. You can get them labeled with anything you want. You can get them labeled for winches and lights and all kinds of crazy stuff. They come with little leads to wire everything up. And then I just got some extensions so I've got enough distance to go from the switch to the bus bar connector. And then some of these butt connectors with built-in solder. They're pretty neat. I haven't had a lot of experience with them, but it's a lot easier than having to crimp and tape or actually solder, and then you just put them on there, heat them up with a heat gun, and works pretty good. So the first step here is just to get this thing set up so that it's jumped across the right pole so that the switch works properly. So with the hot one here, all these switches are about the same. I've done 4 or 5 of them. So you take the one with the red one with 2 leads, put it on this kind of middle peg here, put it all the way down. The jumper goes across to the other side terminal here. And then the other red goes on here. Giant fingers, no place to work at them there. This front one that has the 2 wires on it will go to your battery, and this will go to your accessory. The ground works the opposite side, I guess, to remember. So you plug the single one into there, the jumper goes over there, and then off to your grounding spot. Pretty straightforward. So since this is going to be our battery per se, we'll get that synced up there, and we'll put this one on here. With these connectors, you have to remember that the connector needs to go on the wire first, or it just won't work. Then the fiddly part here is just trying to get this to twist together enough to hold together while you're trying to put your connector on there. And you slide the connector back across, then you go back and do it again because it came undone. Who knows, maybe they're not easier. Seemed like a cleaner way to do it, but maybe it's just frustrating. All right, we've got that there. So if we get the heat gun, get some heat on one end of that so it'll stay put. that's the idea. You want to go until you see that the solder starts melting until you burn your table there. I've done it before here. So we'll let that cool off a second and then we'll get to the next ones. I'll just speed through those because it's pretty boring to watch the same thing over and over again. All right, so this is where we ended up. I turned off the camera because I think you're probably pretty boring to watch me do 5 of them. And as you can tell, when I showed you how to do it, I left out these links here so we didn't have enough time. So I went and fixed that, added these in here, got all 4 of these soldered up. These connectors work really good, but they're kind of fiddly. I don't know if I'd use them. I think it might save you some time in the long run if you get good at it, but it's really hard to hold the wire and then also get the soldering without getting your fingers hot. You need some sort of jig to hold the wire. I've seen people use like little alligator clips, I guess, to hold it up there. But pretty straightforward wiring. This will plug into the thing, the switch will be ready to go, and then I'll just run my hot to my lights and ground the lights when they get installed. But pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I just wanted to show you how I do it. I think this is probably the easiest way to do it for razors and side-by-sides. I'm sure they make some sort of similar connector for the other side-by-sides. I hope you guys maybe learned something or learn not to use these connectors. Not really sure. All right, well, that's all I got for you today. I wanted to make it a quick video just to show you how I do it and show you what's out there and maybe teach somebody something didn't know how to do it or maybe was afraid to try it on their own. As always, I appreciate your guys' time and thanks for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I did want to ask you guys if you saw that new movie or heard about that new movie coming out called Constipation. Who am I kidding? It's not even out yet.